Hey, glorious souls, welcome to your Soul Service Astrology update for the 9th of May 2022. If you have stumbled or searched for some astrology, welcome. I'm a 13 sign sidereal astrologer. What is 13 sign sidereal astrology? It is observational astrology. It matches what you can see in the sky at the night. Yes, it is true. Tropical astrology, which is pretty much the majority of astrology, is not referring to what they can actually see in the sky. And I think that's a problem. For us to come back into our environmental intelligence, which we have a vast, vast array of, we need to be observing our environment. For us to save our planet, we need to be observing our environment. And we can start to do that with the practices that we're cultivating. And astrology is one of those practices where it uses the environment to help us have a different experience, or perhaps amplify an experience that we're having. I'm also the creator of a program called Illuminate to Initiate, and that's to illuminate and initiate the creator in you, or perhaps the activist in you. We dive deep into your celestial birth chart to enable you to really get very, very clear on your vision, your mission, your wisdom and mastery. And if you move into a service-based or a product-based business, your niche. There'll be no more confusion, no more procrastination. I will teach you a heap of practices so that you can continue to journey with astrology and with those practices and continue to have this beautiful life and service, should you desire. That program is open for enrollment now. So go to soulserviceastrology.com if that interests you. Let's check out what is going on in the skies for the week of the 9th of May as I pull up my screen. I forgot to put my little move forward a day thing, so you can see how I do that. I'm using the Capricorn Astrology Prometheus program, and I know a lot of sidereal astrologers, 13 signs sidereal astrologers do. So Monday, the 9th of May, is a little bit reflective of what happened the previous week. So I'm not going to talk too much about Monday, but I am definitely going to talk about Tuesday. Because on Tuesday, Mercury starts to go retrograde. Okay, so let's talk about Mercury retrograde. If you've never heard me talk about Mercury retrograde before, I'm going to dispel some myths. First of all, the planets are a reflection of the whole, right? They don't control computers and they don't control us. It is merely a reflection of the infinite universe, but we can use it to change the experience that we're having. So it's really an instrument or a tool. It's like any other spiritual or wellness practice. So Mercury represents our mind. Now, our mind is a significant player with how we receive and manage our emotional intelligence, how we receive and manage our environmental intelligence, how we receive and manage our actual analytical intelligence, and how we receive and we manage our local intuition, our local or non-local intuitive intelligence, right? So the mind is very important. And because we have constructed collectively, we have constructed a society and a culture that privileges consumerism and extraction, not just extraction from the planet, but it's extraction from us as humans. I would say Mercury retrograde for everyone out there is an opportunity to rest, review, reflect, and rejuvenate. Now, if you can, you might still have to have the responsibilities that you normally have within your career and your business and your life. But this is really a prompt for you. If you are listening to this, it's a prompt. Is there some space that you can create for yourself? And I would say space in your mind. I'm a trained yoga teacher, and I would encourage you to find space between the thoughts in your mind. Yoga is not just about the movement of our bodies. That is but one limb of yoga. So I would encourage you to go and explore perhaps some other practices that can help you find the space between your thoughts. Now, this is a very Taurus quality, because Taurus has a quality of simplicity, consistency, a gentle slowness. and a grounding. So you heard me talk about the earth. We can use earth to help ground us. We can use earth and our environmental intelligence to help calm the fluctuations of the thoughts in our mind. Perhaps we're feeling stressed about something. Go to a tree, go to a natural place and let the earth help you, right? So there's some opportunities coming up over the next 3 weeks because Mercury retrograde will last for 3 weeks until, let me just check the date, it's until the 4th of June. So we get to have this moment of respite, I would call it. And because it's right in the middle of our eclipse season, you might actually feel like I'm feeling at the moment. There's sort of this really strong energy to get clear and focused and burn things down that are no longer serving us. So perhaps as part of this process of clearing the mind and slowing down and getting grounded and earthed and stable and consistent, there's things that are going to burn away because you realize you don't need them anymore. Actually, that's a very Taurus thing to do, is to declutter. So, but with the Aries energy here, and the Aries energy is going to increase over the week as well. You get to burn things down, declutter, while you get clear and stable. But I would really encourage you to find those practices that support you, because you just listening to this is not going to change anything within your life. It's not going to change anything in your mind. We have to, because we are human, as part of this human experience, there are actions that we need to take. There's things that we need to do to cultivate the change that we wish to become. And what I just said then was very Uranus of me. So that is Mercury retrograde. So we're in eclipse season and we're in Mercury retrograde season now. Then let's move to Wednesday, the 11th of May. Hasn't quite slipped in there at 12. At 12, let's see what, when it shifts. Oh, it does. It shifts in there at 1 p.m. my time. On the 11th of May, Mars shifts into Pisces. So again, we have 5 planets. We have a stellium still in Pisces. We have this concentration of energy within the sign of our mystical intelligence. Now, I kind of described the mystical intelligence to you at the beginning. Our mystical intelligence is comprised of a number of intelligences within us and within and around us, because it's not just about us. So we have our emotional intelligence, that's our feelings. We have our environmental intelligence, that's our connection to our environment, the seasons, the moon, the sun, our celestial neighborhood, the planets. Then we also have our non-local intuitive intelligence. Now that's our ability to connect to the unified field. That is the field that all electrons and atoms are creating within the known universe, our planet, ourselves, the known universe, and we can access the information there. And then, of course, we have our analytical intelligence, and that's our mind. These all play a part in us and will enable us to feel well and healthy if we're accessing all these various parts of our intelligence. And I feel like the significant amount of Pisces energy that we have at the moment is kind of a call for us to focus in on our mystical intelligences and maybe start to bring them back into a more of a, I'm not going to say an alignment, because alignment can sometimes feel a little bit hard. It's a harmony, it's a dance. Like every single atom in the universe is under constant motion. All the atoms within you are under constant motion. So there's no such thing as fixed or still anywhere. We are under constant motion the whole time. The idea is, can you bring a feeling of harmony to this dance that you are constantly under? Because then that will program your reality. I believe in idealism, where we have an idea and it programs our reality. I'm not going to go into that here though. All right, so that's the 11th of May. And with the Mars energy moving into Pisces, there is direction and focus towards perhaps looking at any part of our mystical intelligence, any part of our spirituality, Where do I want to bring my gaze to? Where do I feel like perhaps I need to do some work, where I maybe need to direct some energy to feel more in harmony with my mystical intelligence? And there's all manner of ways that you can do that. Okay, so that's the 11th of May when Mars steps into Pisces. Let's fly to the weekend, because the weekend is where we have a few more things happening. So we fly to, oh, we just don't want to move an hour. An hour is not going to get us. Let's go back. Oh, we'll stay at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock's fine on the 14th. So this is Saturday, the 14th of May. And on Saturday, the 14th of May, the sun moves into Taurus. Let's just go back a few hours. Because what I wanted to show you here is on the 14th of May, the sun moves into Taurus and it's forming a conjunction with the North Node. So the sun archetypally is our creative energy. As it moves into Taurus, it's going to really want to be expressing in a much more grounded, earthy, stable, consistent way. You may start to be thinking about how your creativity is fed by your values. You may also be starting to think about how the environment feeds your values, your creativity and your values. And you might also be asking the question, is my creativity taking too much from the planet? And am I taking too much? Am I in alignment with only taking what I need? There's some of the things that you can ask the creative energy within you. Now, when it forms a conjunction with the North Node, this is very important because at this point, the North Node is just about to move into Aries. So this is a significant shift. The North Node is about to move into Aries, and I'm going to talk about that next. But the sun, as it steps into Taurus, as like a fond farewell to what we have cultivated with the North Node in Taurus, it's a last check-in. Is your mission, so the North Node is your mission aligned with your values? Is your mission aligned with how and congruent with how you want to show up on this planet in connection with your ecology, in that interconnectedness with your environmental intelligence? So these are some questions you can ask yourself. Is my vision aligned with my values? Is my vision aligned with how I really want to be in a sacred connection with the planet? Because I reckon all the people I'm talking to want to be in honored, sacred connection with the planet. We don't want to be over extracting. We don't want to be consumers. So I feel like the 14th and the 15th of May is really an opportunity for us to look at where we're incongruent and perhaps get more congruent. Now, that being said, it's not comfortable to look at where you're being incongruent. And it's very easy, I would have to say, in the society that we have crafted, this capitalist society, the consumerist society, to have played a part. Now, if we come back to the idea of idealism, where what we do and how we birth creativity and ideas into reality through how we communicate to ourselves and through how we communicate the vibrations we send out, then by us getting more congruent with our values and not over extracting from the earth, over extracting from ourselves, over extracting from others, then we start to set the ripples out for the change that we wish to be and see in the world. Now, of course, it can be uncomfortable to look at where you're not in alignment with how you want to be. But all I would say to you there, if something does come up, you go, oh, I'm really not living in alignment with that value that I really want to be. You're aware of it now. And usually on the other side of that uncomfortableness is a process to get you through, so that you can feel that, yes, I can make the changes in my life. And if you can make the changes in your life, there's only 7 billion other people on the planet. And I would even hazard a guess it's just the Western countries we really want to make the most significant effort to change how we're showing up in this world and what we're creating from the energy that we're putting in. So that's a question for you. Am I taking too much from the planet? Where am I taking too much from the planet? And really, what is the feeling that I want to cultivate. What change do I want to cultivate? How do I want to become more valued aligned with my creativity, with my life, with my service, with my business, what it is that I'm the architect of this lifetime? How can I become more congruent? Because within hours of that alignment, and I say hours because I just noticed within an hour of that alignment, the North Node, let's see, yes, the North Node shifts back into Aries. So let's talk about this. We've had a number of years where the North Node has gone through Taurus. It's really been an unshackling and a realization, I would certainly hope for a lot of people, that we have been taking too much from the planet and we need to change that. And so now, once we've made those changes and the North Node, our mission is now stepping into Aries, the warrior. Now we get to be laser focused. Now we get to become the activist in our mission and start to really become laser focused on this new path where we're going to start to bring the action and the energy where we want it to be focused, now that we've become really congruent and valued aligned. Now that process might still be happening. That's okay, right? And you may feel a bit like this as you do it, but as long as you keep coming back, come back to your vision, come back to your mission, always come back to those two things. I find those two things are the most beneficial. Where should I be focusing my energy? Ask yourself, what is my mission and vision this lifetime? What is the change I wish to be and see in the world? And that will help you focus your energy down on what you can concentrate on. So that is the astrology for the week of the 9th of May. I hope you have enjoyed that. I hope you have plucked out a few opportunities for you to go a little bit deeper into any part of your mystical or human intelligence, however you want to refer to it. And if you would like to hang out with me more, you can subscribe here. You'll get the update every week, and you'll also get little shorts throughout the week on various aspects. Also, you can come and join Eco Alchemy, which is a membership where you get all the astrological energies at the beginning of the month, and you get to hang out with me on, I don't use Zoom, I use Teams, on Teams for an hour at the new moon. And we use the energy to cultivate our intentions for the month that's coming up. And you also receive specific information in relation to your birth chart, because I will know your birth chart and you will receive specific information where the significant energies are at that point in time. So that's it from me today. If you want to join Eco Alchemy, ecoalchemy.org. Have a glorious week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.